persons have been asking. Exploring the dynamics of courtship and its impacts on the marriage can be valuable insights. You understand? Now, understanding courtship is the period during which couples get to know each other, assessing their compatibility, very important, and decide whether they are ready for long life commitment. This phrase varies significantly among couples, ranging from a few months to several years. During courtship, partners typically engage in activities that help them understand each other's personalities, values, and future aspiration. And of course, I know you can relate better to a particular story, which I will bring up later as I'm asking my guest question. I know you have also asked that, or better still, you've heard it. A lot of persons will say, oh, this marriage will not last because these people did not court for a long time. Some of them will say, oh, they stayed too long. They might not, they've enjoyed all the sweetness that they're supposed to enjoy in a marriage. It's not going to, I mean, a lot of things, you know what I'm talking about. So this is what we're going to be dealing today. Do you think that the marriage that will last is determined by how long people court? And how long did you court? How long did you stay with your man? How long did you get to know your partner? How long did you stay? I would like you to also share your experience on the platform. You can put it on the comment box. Let's get to know. And how is your marriage going so far? We also know people that stay for years. But at the end of the day, the marriage itself gone did not even reach up to 6 months. 6 months is even too much. So a lot of things to talk about. So and today in this program, I'm going to introduce my guest to you when we return from this short break. Please stay with us.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring always important news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only around 8 p.m.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
human
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring always important news, live analysis, expert discussions on.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Wedding Banter on Atlantic Television Network, and I told you that we are looking at an amazing topic that has been in the mind of everyone. I know you have asked this question before. You've seen it on the social media platforms, and someone has asked you, I suppose, does duration of courtship determine marriage longevity? And guess what? I have an amazing guest in the house with me, a psychologist for that matter, that is going to break this down. So you just have to stay patiently. Get popcorn. If you don't have, get a cup of water. If you don't have, make tea. Just sit down, sit calm, because we're going to feed you today with something that a question that you've been asking yourself for quite a long time now. You will get the answer today. And joining me in this conversation is a psychologist, like I said before, Ayobami Ajakaye Wealth Oduyemi. Oh man, I always love this rhyme. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's been ages.
Yes, it's been a while.
So should I say Happy New Year?
It's nice to be on set again today.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, we are talking about duration of courtship. If it actually determines a successful marriage.
Okay.
there was a case, that's a particular wedding online. I don't want to bring it up. I'm not doing commercial here, where people were like, she said she met the guy just within 3 weeks. They got married. Oh, this marriage, 3 months, right?
Yes. They dated for just 2 months, got engaged.
Okay.
And by the 3rd month, they're married.
So they say this marriage is not going to last. How can they do like that? You have to date at least 1 year. Some will say 6 months. Some will, another. But before we go, Ma, how long did you date? How long did you court?
Court, yes. We courted 6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
Wow.
Myself and my husband.
And I know someone that court for 14 years.
I have a sister that did 11.
11?
Yes.
My people, how long did you court? How long did you court? And for those of you that are in relationship, I mean, how far? How is it going? How is it going? Now that you've stayed for 9 years, 10, do you still know your partner very well? Okay, let's talk about it now. A lot of persons said, like I said, that if one doesn't stay for at least 6-7 months in courtship, that the marriage might not last. And some persons said that if you're staying for too long, it might not last. So what? Let me hear from you.
Okay. The longevity of a marriage. Let me say, for my own personal opinion, is that it shouldn't be too short. Neither should it be too long. Okay, when it is too short, there's tendency that pretense might come in, because either of the party wants to, paint the perfect picture so that he can, he or she can get whatever he or she wants, which is a marriage. And sometimes it can mean that maybe either of them are desperate. Do you understand? And when it is too long, there's every tendency that see finish will enter.
Okay, so before you proceed on this one, I would like you to talk about what exactly is courtship first, because I don't know if we really know what courtship is. Sometimes we just feel that when you go to a man's house or you go to a woman's house or you take your woman out, that's just all it tells.
Okay, so my singles who are ready to mingle. Being in a courtship is when you already know whether this person wants a relationship with you. Not a relationship based on assumption. You might have been dating for like 2-3 months. I hope you know that there's a difference between dates and courtship. Dating is a stage, yes, it's a stage of friendship, which is very mutual. Okay? Maybe you now like, okay, I think I kind of like company. I like who she is and all that. Then you're like, okay, for some time now we've been friends and all that. I want you to take it a step further, which is courtship. So a courtship should be a well-defined love relationship. It's not as if, okay, we've been friends, oh yeah, my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, and we go out, go to Domino Pizza, we have fun, go to wherever we want to enjoy ourselves, Jevnix and all. But this person have not really told you that, oh, I think I kind of have fallen in love with you and I want you to be my woman. There should be a clear-cut understanding that I am your girlfriend and the intention is to marry. Because that is the end point of a courtship.
So is it that the moment I tell a man that you are my boyfriend, or on the other way around, you're my girlfriend, that automatically we've started courting?
Because yes, you've already said that, okay, I love you, and I don't mind us to be an item. Let us be in love. Let's see how it goes. That's usually the word that men use.
Okay.
You understand? And as a person, as an African woman, how it goes means let's see whether marriage is the end point, which is what anyone that is going into a courtship is expecting, except you have other ulterior motive. So now the question is, when you are in a courtship, should it be too long or too short?
Exactly. So that brings me to this question. What is the average courtship duration among couples with long-lasting marriage compared to those with other shortest marriage?
According to statistics, there is no time. that is being stipulated. But if you go through researches by some psychologists, it's been established that courtship that lasted maybe from within 6 months to 2 years have 35% of divorce.
Say that again, please.
39% for them to get divorced, especially the ones that runs up to 2 years. So it has, yes, it's lesser than average, meaning that over that period of 2 years they have understood themselves. And you know, when you're in courtship, do you know what you are doing there? The 3 C's: compatibility, communication, and commitment. You don't just say, oh, we are in a courtship, and all you are talking about is how to go and visit this one, how to go to Kinikon. You are moving from Port Harcourt to Dubai, but we are what courtship really entails. You are not doing it. You are not talking, no communication. Babe, how today was, say, okay, babe, let me call you back. I'm actually very busy. You can't relate what you've been through, which in essence tells you, okay, this is how my babe's day was. Today she had quite a rough day. She couldn't meet up with her target at the office and all that. Then again, you're talking of how compatibility. Is he ill-tempered? Does he have issues with our family, our background? And that is a stage where you know things about each other. What are you people talking on phone? When you talk to your guy, your boyfriend, your fiance or fiancé, there are some deep discussions that you should have with each other, not the peripheral. Oh, that's how we had yesterday. I like to have it again. He said, oh, don't worry. I'm going to get you that shoe. My friend is not using iPhone 15 Pro Max. Baby, I want one. I said, don't worry. Okay, you see that soup that you made for me? No.
That's not courtship.
Cut me that slack. There's a lot to courtship because marriage is so much of a forever. It's not boyfriend and yes, I say, I beg, broken relationship is the best thing when it's not working. Marriage is too long to come and be with the bad the bad partner. So why not take your time to understand this guy? Take your time to know this lady. Is this person toxic? Does this person have the tendency to violate me mentally, physically, or verbally? Okay, this one is not like, it's only this woman is just talking to the women. What about the men? Have you heard some stories, gory stories of men that are inside a toxic marriage where they are being blackmailed on a daily basis by their wives? But because so many times she's so beautiful, or maybe the man perceives that, oh, this girl has so many suitors. I just want to be the highest bidder. Let me get her on time before any other person gets her. And forgetting about that, the superficial things will not matter in marriage.
Okay, but when you said you mentioned something that I say should repeat again, that a courtship that lasts up to 2 years has a 35% of 39% of not doing
of
what?
Divorce. Yes.
Does that mean that there is a scientifically significant correlation between courtship during duration and marriage longevity?
Yes, there is. There is a correlation, a significant one at that.
Okay, now looking at this, let's go back to the 90s.
Okay.
My grandmother told me something that she helped a woman to carry something. Like something fell, and then she called her attention. Oh, ma, look at your item. Then picked it for her. And she just turned and said, you're a very good woman. Who is your father? Who is your mother? Where do you stay? And that was it. There was connection. There was no courtship.
Okay.
And they married. And the marriage lasted.
Okay.
On a very solid foundation.
All right.
But this time, why are we so you have to court, you have to court. Is it that, I mean, why? Why? Is it because of the generation? This new generation?
The millennials. Okay, no, I think they are the Generation X. All those old ones. I'm sorry, I don't know much about all these.
No, we don't know. And we are not Gen Z.
No, we are not Gen Z. But the truth is this. Way back, what do family do? They go and make inquiries.
Oh.
They go to the village of the bride of the betrothed or the person they really have interest in. They might not even go through her. Some men that they don't even care. They don't come to meet this person in question.
Okay.
They go ahead, ask about the family, about the mother of this girl, or lady, about the father. Do they have sicknesses or diseases in their family? They get to know their family history.
Okay.
Okay. So these are more has actually helped. Oh, that's what I mean. They are so short-tempered though. The person that will come back and say, my people, I have gone and come back, or I didn't come back with good reports. So I think that has helped, because way back we were in a communal living lifestyle. It's not like now that everybody, all man for himself now. That's what we have now. How many times do you see people going to families to make inquiries? Going from one towns to villages. Way back we have less of inter-tribal marriages. Except for those people who are fortunate to be in the urban centers. Way back, you don't hardly see old couples that husband is Yoruba and the wife is Zanibo. I'm talking of our grandmas or grandpas,
exactly.
Not from that old. Especially people that grew up in the village. They get to go to individual family, the bride family too. We go and make inquiries about the male, the groom now.
Could it be what we call courtship now? Because right now you hardly see parents go. Then.
Yes.
And anyways, that's its topic for another day. Whether it was more effective than the courtship of now.
My sister, I don't know which one.
So now, how do couples with different courtship duration perceive impacts of their courtship on their marriages? I wish we are okay.
We've talked about it.
Yes, you know. Is it that those who stay longer enjoy better than those who stay for a very short period of time? But you said something that when you stay long, the longer it is, the more you put it something, see finish, the more it comes in. But is that not an avenue for the couples to get to know themselves very well?
Okay, let me give you an instance of, let's know when to say, okay, my brother, we have been together and the age is already, you feel that you are up to the marriage age. There's an age you get to as a woman or man, and you know, okay, I think I am mentally, physically, socially and financially ready to be married. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you are in a relationship with this guy as a lady now, and this guy in question, you know, he's financially stable, age wise you are okay, as everything is looking. Then you are becoming like, what's going on? He has not even asked me to marry him. Somehow you ask the person. But you know, when it's getting too long, one, as a lady or a man, you get tired. Like, what are we still doing? Maybe the man has asked the lady, and the lady say, no, please give me some time. I have one or two things to do. Do you understand? Age can be a factor. Maybe the lady feels, okay, I'm not old enough to be in a marriage. What about the family background? Some might say, do you know my elder sister has not gotten married, and I will not want my elder sister. I will not want to be married before my elder sister. That is the perception of that person. Do you understand? So a lot happens in relationship that causes that stretch. Do you understand? And when it is too short, a lot can be as this too short on is even worse.
Oh.
That's the truth. That too short, gosh, you don't even have time to get to know each other well. You don't have time to relate, like have some depth of discussion, and you're like, wait, do I want to spend the rest of my life with this person? I had a lecturer in school who told us a sad story. She got married to a chain smoker who came under the pretense of being a Christian, converted to their religion, became a worker in the church.
Just to get her.
Just so he can get her. This woman has grown up, so I'm talking of a professor. Only for her to marry uncle. It's a grandpa now. I realized that was a mistake of her life. And that's what she tended to until when the man got tired of punishing her and left her.
Wow.
Do you understand? So, you see, too short of a relationship, for me, is a red flag. Why the rush?
But I know someone that got married within 3 weeks, and I equally know someone that stayed for 14 years in courtship and they never married. So don't you think it's better to, for this C finish, to come in during courtship than to come in during in marriage?
They let it come in during courtship because a broken relationship is better than. But the only thing is, I mean, a relationship with you for 2 years, I'm not seeing anything, and then I've seen some red flag. And then I'll now wait for another 2, 3, 4 years that maybe you will change so that we can marry.
What if you have not seen the red flag and then maybe one of these factor, money, finance, kept you people, and then it's not a matter of red flag now?
Okay.
Would you still advise one to stay in
money
and the courtship for that long?
Is the person not working? Does the get as the person in question? Does the person doesn't have a sustainable means of income?
What if a girl have big eyes? I mean, it's,
my brother run
extravagant lifestyle.
Run. If any woman want to dig a big hole in your pocket, carry your bongo like this. The female, like Hausa people will say, take a walk, please. Do you understand? And don't marry out of pity. I'm talking to to both the male and the female. Maybe because, we've been together for 7 years. It will not be nice that I leave this lady. If you don't genuinely love her, please take a walk. Madam, if you don't love him, take a walk so that you both will not be in a marriage of convenience.
All right, let's talk about this. Now we have this thing they call arranged marriage.
Yes.
In this kind of situation, you know that when it is arranged marriage, you might not really have all the time to court because arranged marriage always happen for a reason.
Yes, yes.
All right. So that one, what do you do? Because most times when it is arranged, it might just be a period of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month.
Arranged marriage.
So what do you do?
Actually, because we have evolved. This our generation is not like the generation of our fathers. Nor is it like the generation of our grandmothers. Now we are in a period of social media where you have access to the internet and you pick 1 or 2 stories, lessons, new ideas, innovations and all that. So arranged marriage, please, as much as possible, avoid it. Okay? Especially when it is not something that you really want. You know that some people, they will actually tell you, please, I can't talk to a woman. Can you help me? Okay, you know people like that. And the thing is, by the time they say, I have a brother. My brother said he likes you and all that and all that. Hey, let me meet your brother. Okay? That's also an arranged relationship, like a matchmaking, or somebody is standing in now as an intermediary. Okay? So, but that does not even stop you from knowing each other's behavior. We have seen introverted, wicked people. Very introverted, but they are very, very evil. Okay? So try and just know this person in question. Don't say because he's highly spoken of. Oh, he's a man of God. Oh, he's a gentle guy. He's a mosque youth leader. No, leave that thing.
But how do you do that? You know that this is arranged, and people talk about that it is very important for couples to court, for partners to come together to be in courtship before they get married. In other words, get to know themselves. So when it is arranged, how do you do that? I know someone, they said they want to go to Canada, so the only way is for them to get married, and they had to do that.
That's a contractual wedding, marriage, rather.
Ah,
No, that's not a marriage, that's a sham.
really?
Yeah, it is.
A lot to talk about then.
That's a sham.
Really?
Because if they now want to really, really be in that marriage, then they need to court.
So are you saying that marriage can never take place without courtship?
It shouldn't take place, please.
But it happens, right?
Yes, I know. That's why I say it's a sham. It is okay. Some persons now get into the relationship now and try to know each other. Like they now caught in the marriage because it was arranged, or maybe it was contractual. You have watched a lot of movies where they hire a man or a woman. Maybe at the end of the day they now get to know each other and they fall in love.
Wow.
Yes, it's possible.
I'm actually smiling because I know in that case they might just end up doing court wedding knowing that it can be broken, but in a situation they have to go extreme, paying bride price and all of those. Well, I don't understand. I think this is another topic that we're going to be handling.
No,
you know?
let me say this.
Okay.
This maybe some issues with especially wealthy families. Oh, you have to marry from this family. This thing is not just for Nollywood movies alone. It happens in real life, yes. Okay, so family has also have always been our family friend. We want you to marry their daughter or their son. Okay? And this lady is like, no, mommy, I don't like this guy. And the guy is also saying, so no, you just have to. Okay? Now, before you know it, marriage took place. And you're in the marriage. Now maybe the man or the woman and I say, okay, I think I'm stuck with this person for the rest of my life. Let me get to know him, he or her. I mean, you now took your time. Say, actually, she's not a bad person. Oh, he's not a bad person. And they took a conscious effort to know each other. Maybe at the end of the day, they might fall in love with each other. Then they will say, okay, let us celebrate love much later. That's when they go married.
Really?
Yes, because that first initial one was just a sham of a marriage.
Oh, a lot is happening. All right.
Yes, a lot.
You are watching Wedding Banter on Atlantic Television Network. We'll just go on a very short break. When we return, we'll dive into the story again and then join Port Harcourt residents to hear from them about this particular topic.
Trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human trafficking.
Honorable they are not picking up a call. They made up their
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Wedding Banter on Atlantic Television Network, and I still have a psychologist in the house, Ayobami Ajakaja Wells Oduyemi. I'm always looking at her face so that I will not murder the name. I don't know whether it is written on her forehead. All right, we have been talking about duration of courtship and lasting marriage, whether there is any connection in it, and so far we have done a lot. You can join us on all our media platforms so that you'll be able to watch that. So now I want to know, how does the level of compatibility discovered during courtship affect, and how does it affect? What is the effect on marriage? Like how do you know that both of you are compatible? Because you know, if my boyfriend gets by me, maybe I need wig, you get it. I want to drive a car, and you get it for me, like you rightly mentioned. I know how you kept your face when you talked about this. You're giving me everything I want. I can tend to misunderstood that for compatibility.
That's financial factor. You're talking of psychological factors.
So how do I know that we are compatible?
We are talking about psychological, like your inner characteristics, like one, your character. Me and you, we are dating, we are in a public place, maybe I made a little mistake and you shouted at me, hello. What happens to giving me an eye contact? Okay, why would you reprimand me like a child in a public glare? Don't you know that you're not supposed to put it like that? Hello, sir. I'm sorry. Oh.
That's a red flag.
Yes.
Serious one.
You are in the house, someone called you. Oh, hi, how are you? How is everything with you and all that? And then he comes and jacks that phone away from me and said, who is that you're speaking with? And I'm like, wait now. That's my colleague in school. That's how you people used to start. I shall women, this one. And you are there. Because he bought you a car. Because he's giving you the life that you've always imagined. Maybe you will enjoy the imagination in the grave. By the time you enter the marriage. Okay, so psychological factors is getting to know this person. Okay, when this guy is is a goat. Okay. When you are a sheep, he comes to realize that, okay, babe, I'm sorry I overreacted. But not that kind of no, don't do that nonsense. So, and come and tell me you are sorry. Break egg now and tell the egg that you are sorry. Can he come back again and become a hoe? Words are like egg. When spoken, it breaks. You can't pack them back. Okay? But these are just some normal misunderstanding in a relationship. Do you understand me? So psychological factors, we actually determine your compatibility.
Really?
Yes. When you can have a meaningful conversation with this person, you can talk about your life aspiration, and this person will not talk you down. You are going through a challenge, and this person is rendering a shoulder to which you can actually lean on. Oh, my dear, today in the office, the target they gave me, I don't even know how to meet it. And you're like, babe, my dear, don't worry. God will do it, but don't worry. Let me help you get one or two and all that and all that.
But I understand what you were saying.
Okay.
You know that our parents will always tell us, what do you want in a man? And then you will list 5 things, and they will tell you that you might not get all the 5.
Yes, you can't, because no one is perfect.
Now this is the place of imperfection. Yeah. The person might be caring, well spoken, maybe he or she has an anger issue, and that is the only thing left out. And you know that this is where human nature comes in. Do you still say that is a red flag?
If you cannot go for anger management therapy before I walk down the aisle with you, please go away with your marriage. Now, I no born plenty. I'm never ready to die.
Really?
Yes. But for me.
But do we have it all? Do we have it all?
No, we don't. We don't. No one is perfect.
Okay, so what if the person, in terms of anger, the person is okay, communication better, but when it comes to
giving, be generous.
Yes, the person is not good enough, and you know that is the only thing that is lacking in
but you know, when it comes to relationship and marriage, it's an individual choice.
Definitely.
Some persons can deal with people like that. Compatibility is based on what you like. You can manage someone that has anger issue. Like maybe you are a good psychologist in your own right, and you're like, okay, this guy have it, so it's just this anger issue, I can manage him. But for Ayobami, I cannot.
And as a psychologist, you will not advise people to equally go into the heart.
Yes, I will not, because we've seen a lot. But if you feel okay, I can't shove it down your throat. You're an adult. at least you are over 18, you want to get married, right? So it can't be shoving down your throat. No, you don't have to marry this person. It is your choice. We are in a world where we make choices, then stay by the consequences of the choice you make. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I will not, it's not a yes or no answer. The only thing is, find a place. For me, compatibility should be up to 80%. Do you understand?
All right. So before we go, I would like you to tell us again what are the consequences of too long courtship, and what are the consequences of the shortest courtship?
Well, let me start with the too short
Courtship.
Over time, there's always the tendency for pretense is usually high. They used to hide either of the partner we want to like paint the perfect picture, but because and just because the time is short, you might not have all the time in your hands to actually know the kind of person this person is.
Okay.
And when it is too long, there's a tendency that either of the spouse will say, okay, I've committed so many years into this relationship, it will not speak well of me that I don't end up with this person, which might be done from a place of pity, not from a place of genuineness. And another thing, when it is too long, like I said, see finish, we always enter. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak that English to see finish. Meaning that there will be
over familiarity,
overbearing, over,
okay,
as it were, in that relationship. So when something is too much, it's not good. When it's too short, please be careful.
So what do you advise? What duration do you advise?
I will say maybe 5 to 6 months.
Because you did 5 to 6?
No, I did 6. I didn't do 5. But I've known my husband 11 years before we courted.
Okay.
We were not dating.
Okay.
We never dated then. He was like a big brother to me.
Okay, so that was why you guys were able to make it 6 months?
Yes. That was why. Assuming, because in all honesty, if I had not known my husband as a brother Dubo, someone I know from somewhere before, okay, I can't do 6 months with him.
How many months will you do?
Maybe like a year or more.
So you advise people to go for up to a year courtship?
I will, actually, if you can. But if you cannot, please be intentional. Like this person, okay, it's going to be a short courtship. Let me look out for compatibility, then the level of commitment and communication. Is this person truthful? Look at, like, be intentional. Ask the right questions. There are so many books on relationship and marriages. Pick the ones that are good. Listen to podcasts that are well about relationship, where you can ask sensible questions, leading questions. Because if it's not leading, you might not have much to talk about anymore. Let it lead so that you get to know the inner characteristics of this person in question. Okay? And which we actually, out of some of this talk, you will notice that there are some coherency and some incoherency. As I speak to you, the story my husband told me about some things so many years ago, when he still relate them to me, still in the same fashion. Okay. Because we've talked about it from time to time. So that's how you get to know someone who is being truthful. Do you understand? So these are more things you look out for in a relationship. Please don't rush into a marriage, because when you rush in, you rush out. Marriage is too long to be with the wrong partner. God bless you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was beautiful having you in the studio. I wish you have it all the time to keep talking about this.
Wow.
All right. Of course, you're still watching Wedding Banter on Atlantic Television Network, and I wanted to join me and say thank you to our psychologist for this particular piece. And now, you're going to be joining Port Harcourt residents to get their own opinion concerning the duration of courtship and lasting marriage.
Okay, for my own opinion, I would say no. First of all, I think going into marriage, first, for me, there should be understanding, there should be love, and mutual respect. If I want to go into marriage with this person, seeing this person for let me say for 2 to 3 weeks, I should be able, for me as a woman, I should be able to dictate if I can stay longer with this person for 1 year, for more than a year, and leading us to marriage. So first of all, if I love this person, I don't mind 3 months, I don't mind 6 months. I can go ahead with this person and marry the person. Staying longer, when you stay longer in the relationship, it tends to open your eyes to see things that you can just wave away. Don't mind, you can just say, okay, let me live and go ahead. But when you stay longer, you start seeing faults, things that don't matter. You start picking things that matters, but it doesn't. So for me, I think staying longer in relationship or courtship does not matter, because one, when courting, you tend to stay as a couple. You're already a couple, 10 years, 5 years, you're already a couple. But for me, 6 months, 1 year is okay.
A relationship or a marriage rather to last long, it all depends on the individual. Now, for example, I've seen people who just met in a public vehicle, and within the space of a month they are married. Until date they are still married. And I've seen people who have dated for long and boom, nothing. So it's all about the individual and your ability to absorb. You see, one thing about marriage is your ability to absorb. Marriage is not for children but for matured minds. If you know you're not matured mentally, physically, financially to go into marriage, please don't. It's as simple as that.
Different characters, because you as a woman being, you may think that maybe dating this person for a long time may make of you to end up as a marriage, but it doesn't work like that, because everybody have their own opinion, everybody have their own characters. Most of the times when you stay with the person, you discover some bad character of that person that can make you not to last in marriage. Most people enter a relationship or end marriage maybe 3 months, 4 months. Soon as they met each other, they propose each other. At the end, you notice that what they feel for the first time is not what they see for the end of this thing. So staying long in relationship does not matter the marriage to last forever. If they should ask me, you have your opinion, what do you say for your opinion?
Because you might date somebody for some years, and at the end of the day, the both of you might not be compatible. You understand? So it doesn't mean some persons date some persons because maybe they just like the person, but the character of that person doesn't suit their own character and what they want. So that's why at the end of everything, you see this person say, I dated this person for 5 years and we end up not getting married. While some persons will say, I dated this person for just 3 months and we got married. So that's how it is.
It depends on marriage, and it leads them to marriage and successful. There is some, because this life that we are, you get some relationship that we enter, it will end one way or the other. There is some that you enter, you will end successful. You understand? And the relationship did not acquire love. There are some certain people that you relate, but it's not love. They do not love themselves. That's why you see some certain marriage, after some certain marriage broke, you will see another person begin to marry that person that have broke, because it's not love. You now choose the ones that
it based on like the connection. 3 days can, like, you can find love in 3 days, you can find love in 1 day. Just like the vibe matters for me actually. Some people can date for like 10 years and when they marry they can kind of like break up because they have seen it all already. So I don't think it really matters.
I don't believe in long time courtship before marriage. You understand? I don't really know. I don't know. Oh my God, help me. I don't believe in long time courtship before getting married. It depends on personal, maybe like 3 to 4 months. Yes, like 3 to 4 months at least. You've gotten to know yourself, better. Like 3 to 4 months, you can get married.
It depends, because you have to take time to know your partner before you get into marriage. At the same time too, it does not really matter too, because it still depends too on the kind of person you are like into. So sometimes it works for people that like, sometimes it works out for people and sometimes it doesn't work out for people. So you just have to find your own type of thing to do. Because if you feel like you want to date for maybe 2-3 years, then go for it. But it should not be more than some extent. Because so you guys, this is what they call see finish. You don't see yourself finish before you even get married. Because when you finally get married, then there's nothing to explore again. Like you've seen it all about this person, and you're like, okay, that's just it.
Welcome back. I hope you had a swell time. If you miss out, you can join us on all our media platforms: Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network; Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Remember that peace and unity is our pathways to progress. I am Immaculata Irikana. Good evening.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring unsported news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, social economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You